Oh, hi there, I'm mulatosly and I do SLY Cooper stuff. If you're in this video, you must be familiar with part 1 of Cane Origins. If you're not familiar with that video, click in this link right here on the screen and check out part 1 for more information. Now, with that being said, in this channel I upload SLY Cooper content, and this is a collab video with my friend Vivi. So with that being said, I hope you all enjoy this video. If you do, make sure to leave a big man like, and without further ado, let's just hop into the video. Alright everybody, welcome to the video Cane Origins part number 2. So in the previous episode, I was meant to do the Origins, but then the video got a bit long, so we decided to scrub that part and add it to part number 2. Now we are inside number 2, and let's go into the origins of the cane. Now SLY's cane, as you can see by this picture, and as you can clearly see by the entire screen, SLY was an orphan. So his dad and his mom got killed by the Fetish 5, Clockwork in particular, and he was left in the orphanage where he met Bentley and where he met Murray. As you can see by the cane, his cane is too big. And looking at this other picture where SLY is sitting next to his dad and his dad is telling stories about the Phoebus Raccoonus, we can see that it was his dad's cane. Yes, that's right. SLY uses the dad's cane. Now, looking at the cane is very similar to SLY Uncommon the third's cane. Now, as Vivi states, maybe SLY Uncommon the first got the 2 canes, and SLY Uncommon the second got the 2 canes from his father. But how about SLY Uncommon the third? SLY Uncommon the third is a minor character. It doesn't get referenced at all. We only see this picture on the screen, which is on a flashback. So we can see he has a big cane, similar to SLY's. So is this the cane we are looking for? I don't know, but SLY's dad uses the same cane. Connor uses the same cane. Now, what does Vivi has to say about this? Let's see what Vivi has to say.
Like mulatosly mentioned, SLY's cane is his dad's. Compared to other ancestors, he's pretty much the only one who's using the same cane. While maybe SLY Uncommon 2 used SLY Uncommon 1's canes. But that wasn't really explained in the game, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, now, could SLY's cane have any major role in future games? SLY 5, for example. Could his cane be used to time travel? Maybe. Could Bentley use his cane to time travel to ancient Egypt? It could work, but he doesn't have his cane. How is Bentley supposed to find SLY? Okay, Bentley could time travel to a week before and warn SLY. But let's assume that's not what's gonna happen. How can Bentley time travel to ancient Egypt? What kind of object can he use to find SLY? Remember, his time machine needs an artifact, an object. What if Bentley were to use another Cooper's cane? What if he uses SLY Uncommon 2's canes to time travel to ancient Egypt? It's possible, right? But here's the question. How is he supposed to get in the Cooper Vault? Doesn't the lock require a Cooper cane to get in? At first, yes. But remember guys, the Cooper Vault got destroyed in SLY 3. But later on, Penelope and Bentley maintained what was left of it. They completely changed the door. So this time, to get inside the Cooper Vault, one doesn't need a Cooper cane. Correct me if I'm wrong. If that's the case, then Bentley can enter the Cooper Vault and try to find SLY Uncommon 2's canes. Now, if this is possible, wouldn't this cause some sort of problem in SLY 5? If Bentley needs a specific item to time travel to ancient Egypt, what if someone else were to get in and steal the artifact? Penelope helped Bentley build a new lock. Can she get in? Probably. And if she hates SLY Cooper that much, she would take away the chance of Bentley finding SLY. And I could imagine something like this in SLY 5. Bentley enters the vault and realizes that the canes are missing. So basically, the Cooper cane will have an important role in SLY 5. It's a possibility.
Okay, so Vivi made a very good point right there. Let's say, for example, that Penelope steals the canes from Bentley. Although, as you can see by this screenshot, the cane island got destroyed after the events of Dr. M. So Bentley explored the island and they found out SLY's cane, pretty much saying that SLY doesn't want to be found. But in SLY 4, Bentley returns the cane to SLY and they go back to their thieving life. Simply because the Phoebus Raccoonus was out of handle pretty much. But returning to Penelope, let's say Bentley thought of the Slight Uncommon Cane's possibility and went back to the Cane Island in search of some artifact that could help them travel back in time to ancient Egypt. But Penelope's been texting Bentley. Penelope's been sending message to Bentley at the end of SLY 4. She escaped prison and now she's hunting down Bentley. Let's say that Penelope goes to the Cane Island and gets the canes and leaves another message to Bentley. Come meet me at place X. Bentley goes to place X and Penelope and Bentley make a deal. Because throughout the series we have some deals, like we have, for example, the Orignins deal that Murray delivers a diamond and in return they give him some bombs to destroy Orignins' territory. But that's not the point. The point is Bentley makes agreement with Penelope and together they time travel. But that's a theory for another video. But what is inside the Cooper Vault in particular? Well, we got treasures, we got canes, history, and more canes. That's right, inside the vault there's the cane of each Cooper that left their fortune. So there's actually a skip here because we have Slight Uncommon the first who created the Phoebus Raccoonus. We have Slight Uncommon the second that created the vault and started the legacy of the vault. But then there's a huge gap. So where is Slight Uncommon the third here? This is my question. Like, I know he's a minor character and all, but his cane is exactly the same as Sly, or it looks the same, because we don't know, because Ryuichi's cane is actually the same as Sly, but it is in wood, so it's not exactly the same, if you know what I mean. But what is inside this vault that makes the Cooper so important? Well, they leave the canes here. So everything got destroyed though, so what does this mean to the future of the series? Like, we have the treasures, we have the canes, we have everything inside that got destroyed. Although we have an island. Perhaps maybe some of the artifacts went to the sea? Will we have like Dimitri exploring that with Bentley? Could we see something like this in SLY 5? This is all a lot of questions. The game lets us a lot of unanswered questions. We just make theories around them, ain't that right?
Alright, mulatosly talked about the vault. Now I'd like to go over the lock. What's so special about the lock? Well look, apparently, only a Cooper cane can unlock the vault. Like I said before, not all canes fit. I might be thinking too much. But look, SLY McCooper's cane is pretty huge. It's stone we're talking about. How is it supposed to fit in? If he did get inside the Cooper Vault, something tells me that he had another cane. And that cane was probably Slight Uncommon 2's. And in some point in time, those canes were put inside the vault. But here's something that keeps bugging me. How can a cane open it? It's a forged piece of metal. We're talking about a hook with a C shape. Like, anyone can open it. Anyone can forge a hook with a C shape. I mean, all of the Coopers updated their canes. They did not use Slight Uncommon 2's canes. They had their own canes. How did they get inside the vault? Did they all use Slight Uncommon 2's canes? What's going on? Is there something going on that we don't even know? Look, Dr. M couldn't even break in with heavy machinery. There's like rocks surrounding the vault. He couldn't even break in. How is this possible? Like I mentioned in my previous video, black magic has been mentioned quite a few times in SLY 2. What if? Just what if there's some kind of black magic, some kind of spell on SLY Cooper's cane? Maybe this spell has been part of the family for generations. I mean, there was probably witchcraft and spells back in ancient Egypt. Who knows, maybe Slight Uncommon 2 had some sort of spell put onto his canes. Who knows, maybe there was magic surrounding the vault. And that's why Dr. M couldn't break in. SLY simply used this cane and voila, the door to the Cooper Vault unlocked. Okay, didn't Carmelita break in from the back? During the Dr. M cutscene, yes she did, but this was after the vault was unlocked. So I'm assuming that once SLY opened the door, the spell wore off. I don't know guys, does it sound too far-fetched? What do you think? I mean, black magic is actually a thing in the series. So basically what I'm trying to say is, once the spell wore off, the Cooper Vault became vulnerable. I don't know about you guys, but there's just so many things they can explore in SLY 5. Like, they shouldn't even have to worry about the story at all. One more thing. How is the fire inside the Cooper Vault still burning? Anyways, we now move on to mulatosly.
This was a very, very fun video to make. I would like to say thank you to Vivi for this amazing collab. We put together some awesome videos. Now, with that being said, let's wrap this video up. Going to Egypt and opening the possibility to the dark magic theory. I don't know about you guys, but every time I heard the word Egypt, it just reminds me. It just goes to my head, Yu-Gi-Oh! And its pharaoh related stories. Plus, Vivi's probably right. There should have been dark magic in ancient Egypt. Slight uncommon to be exact. But taking a closer look at the pioneer, the first Cooper in the eyes of Soccer Punch. He uses 2 canes instead of 1 big cane. But, slight uncommon the third, his grandson, uses 1 cane instead of 2 canes like his grandfather and his father before him. But what does this mean? How can this have influence to the time travel? Now, let's say for example, I have here random ass theory that I'm just going to put to the table and you guys are going to tell me if this makes sense or if this is just too far-fetched for you. So, there we go. Let's say Sly is on ancient Egypt, Sly meets Tutankhamun the First. Tutankhamun the First is not a thief. He's just a normal guy that gets into thieving because of a friend. And then, throughout their journey, Tutankhamun wants to avenge his friend's death by stealing from other thieves. And then he starts the thieves raccooness. And then Sly is just watching, because let's say for example, if Sly influences this thief, Tutankhamun, then the book will have changes. And that cannot happen, because Sly, let's say younger Sly from Sly 1, cannot be reading the book and be like, hey, this guy reminds of me. This will be messed up. So that isn't now. That's denied right there. So Sly is just watching Tutankhamun, and Tutankhamun is growing himself into a thief, developing the shadow technique, which makes him invisible, dark magic. But yeah, another theory I want to point out. Let's say that Tutankhamun meets Clockwork during this time. Let's say Clockwork was not evil at all. Let's say Tutankhamun meets Clockwork and Clockwork is a good guy. Let's just put this here. I know it sounds very dumb, but let's say Clockwork and Tutankhamun are friends. Now, Tutankhamun cannot save Clockwork, therefore Clockwork gets arrested by the police or the pharaohs. But then a guy goes to Clockwork's cage and goes like this. Do you want to avenge him? Do you think he's not your friend? Some random ass dude from the shadows just brainwashed Clockwork and gave Clockwork dark powers. What I mean by dark powers, I know it'd be like he's freaking Miss Ruby woo woo that doo doo on your ass. I'm not talking about that. Let's say you give him like hatred. I give you this power. If you hate, you get power. If you get power, you get immortality. This is what I'm talking about. I know it sounds very dumb, but it's just a theory. This is a theory. We're just having fun, pointing out some stuff, and then you make your own theories, because I like reading what you guys have to say in the comments. But this was just a theory. This is just a time travel influences. I don't know what else can I say about the time travel, because it sounds a bit far-fetched if you're trying to put some ideas together. So in the future we'll make a dedicated video just to the dark magic theory. This one was the Cane Origins. I'm mulatosly, and thank you Vivi for this awesome collab. If you don't know Vivi, but I bet you know Vivi, go check him out. This link is in the description, as well as part 1, which is right on the screen. I'm mulatosly. Hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a big man like, and I'll catch you guys in the future. Peace out.
You picking up on what I'm throwing down?